This was the scene yesterday when a parking garage in Denver collapsed, crushing multiple cars. Luckily, no one was hurt. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Shocker. Now, people in Southeast Denver are wondering when they'll be able to get their cars back following that collapse. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon checked it out this morning as lots of drivers are wondering what comes next.
The scene here really does look dramatic, and there's a lot to clean up after this is all said and done. But thankfully, again, no one was hurt in this. I'm going to have my photographer Joe Swanson zoom in so you guys can see what exactly happened here. You can kind of see the tops of cars poking out underneath that concrete there, and some of the cars kind of teetering on the edge. They have held steady all night, so hopefully there's no more additional damage to report later on today. But the Denver Fire Department says just 2 cars were crushed. And I also want you guys to take a look at this drone footage. You can see a large crack on the top level of the garage. Apparently it does go underground, and there are cars stuck underneath as well. Denver Fire used drones and cameras to search the debris. Joy Sims has a nonprofit and was moving into an office in the next door building. She says she was moving the last box when everyone had to get out. Her car was on the top level of the garage near where the collapse happened.
We're actually moving in today, and he's like, you guys need to leave. The garage just collapsed. And we were like, wait, what? I'm nervous that if the crack gets bigger that my car might fall in.
Now the big question is when everyone will be able to get their cars back. They're not allowing anyone inside of this parking garage or really anywhere close to it. A security guard has been blocking it off for people because it's just too dangerous for anyone to be walking around over here. But Denver Fire is still investigating what caused all of this. In Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. One person has died after a semi-truck crashed in Larimer County this morning. Colorado State Patrol says the single vehicle crash happened just before 4 a.m. on Larimer County Road 72. They say the driver of the truck was killed in the rollover crash. The semi was transporting fuel, and there was a reported leak after the crash. Larimer County Road 19 and U.S. Highway 287 have been closed due to this crash, and there's no estimated time for when it will reopen. Switching gears here, let's take you outside. This is a live look from Lookout Mountain. Okay, a little bit of cloud coverage, blue skies. After a brief dip in temperatures, we are headed back into the 80s. So let's check in now with our senior meteorologist, Chris Bianchi. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Sam. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit cloudy out there. That may keep those temperatures just a tad in check, but it's already in the mid-70s in Denver, right near our daily record here at noon on this Tuesday, March the 24th, feeling more like May the 24th. And we got a bit of snow. We had a little snow, I should say, up here at the Loveland ski area earlier on this morning. That is long over and done with, and we don't really have any meaningful snow chances until Thursday night at the earliest for the high country. Meantime, mid-70s, airport 76. I'm going to go back and double check that, but if that is the case, that means we've already tied our daily record. It's barely noon. So no doubt about it, we're going to break a daily record today with these temperatures already well into the 70s. Average high this time of year, upper 50s along the front range. 70s eastern plains right now, 60s for the most part in the high country. Temperatures, basically everything you're looking at here, running about 10 to 20 degrees above average for the end of March. Satellite radar picture showing us that little stream of mountain wave clouds. That's what we got overhead right now. It's when the air is forced to go up and over the mountains, and you sometimes can get a little bit of mid-level moisture, and that'll condense into those clouds you got overhead right now. That may just keep those temperatures down a tad today. Fire weather watch for tomorrow. Fire weather warnings for the San Luis Valley for tomorrow already in place. I'll tell you about those and a look at tomorrow, because tomorrow will probably be the hottest day in this week-long heat wave that we've had here across Colorado. I'll show you how hot it gets in just a couple minutes.
Chris, thank you. We've learned the Colorado Attorney General has agreed to settle with a company at the center of a 2-year-long investigation by Steve on Your Side. This deal will cancel what the AG called unfair real estate contracts and keep an estimated $8.4 million in homeowners' pockets. Steve on Your Side first exposed these contracts from a company called MV Realty. This was back in 2023. The company offered homeowners a few hundred to a couple $1,000s in exchange for signing a contract that would entitle MV Realty to a share of commission if they ever sold their home. What many of these homeowners did not know, they were signing a 40-year agreement that operated like a lien on the property, holding up the title if those homeowners tried to refinance or sell. Laura Walsh first told us her story in 2023 when she couldn't find anyone from MV Realty to help sell her home, but the company demanded more than $20,000 when she sold. This agreement means she'll get some of that money back. She says she's glad she kept fighting, told her story, and testified in this case.
Felt like I had done all I could, and that it was just kind of in the fate of the judges and the legal system and process, and hoping that the good guys would prevail. And I think they did.
Under this settlement agreement, MV Realty would permanently void all its existing contracts with homeowners, which at last check were about 600 in the state. The company will also pay $600,000 in restitution, likely paid to people like Laura, who had to fork over money to the company because of these contracts. A judge still has to sign off on the settlement. So this is the scene this morning from LaGuardia Airport in New York. A regional Air Canada jet that collided with a Port Authority airport vehicle is still on the runway. The crash killed 2 pilots, injured dozens of passengers, and briefly shut down the airport. Surveillance video shows the moment the jet slammed into that fire truck. Passengers who were on that plane described the chaos, with some saying they were asleep when the plane hit the truck.
All of a sudden, boom, woke up in shock, just didn't know what to do. Just heard a loud bang, and then everyone's like freaking out, not knowing what to do. Honestly, like, people worked together well to get us off the plane.
We were a couple rows behind first class, and it was everything at the front of the plane was pretty messed up. One of our friends was several rows back from us, and like we walked past him on the way out because he was trying to find his glasses, and his nose was totally broken, bleeding like on his face. Like a lot of people smacked their head against the seat in front of them.
An investigation into the crash is ongoing. Sunday's fatal crash marked 34 years to the day of the last deadly accident at that airport. The National Transportation Safety Board's accident report notes an incident from 1992. That's when a plane crashed attempting to take off, killing 27 people and injuring 24 more. In that crash, the NTSB found weather played a factor after ice buildup on the wing caused the plane to lose control after liftoff.